My mother-in-law passed away during my wedding day.
No.
Bad stuff.
Bad timing.
My 40 female husband, 46 male, and I got married in the summer of 2020, which is in and of itself sort of a disaster. We put down a deposit on a date in early August, and it fell just outside the automatic refund reschedule option for our venue. This was a second wedding for each of us, and the decision to get married at a one-stop venue was a compromise. My first wedding was an elaborate event that my ex and I created from the ground up. We organized and planned everything ourselves, and it was exhausting. My husband's first wedding was a beach elopement in his dress uniform, so it was really important to him to have a real wedding with friends and family, and it was important to me to have most of it off my plate. By the way, this comes from Tesseract Jane on the r/charlottedobreyoutube subreddit, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, we didn't have a huge guest list, and some people chose not to attend because of the vid.
Yep.
The venue was great about precautions with masks, cleaning, and the ceremony was outside. Neither me nor my husband has siblings. His dad had passed away the year before, and mine was out of the picture. My daughter and his daughter were both in the wedding, and a few relatives and chosen family attended. Even the wedding officiant was a friend of ours. His mom was the only person who traveled to attend. We live in Colorado, and she was in California. And though we had several phone conversations over the years and sent pictures, we had not previously met in person. She flew in 2 days before in time to attend the rehearsal and the wedding. When we picked her up from the airport, she was brought out in a wheelchair with a plastic face shield over her N40. She could walk, but she had some vertigo problems, and the airline was being cautious as she had a registered disability accommodations. She seemed lovely but tired that evening, and we took her to the hotel room she had across the street from the venue. The next day, we did the rehearsal and had lunch. She spent some quality time with her granddaughter, and things seemed fine. We lived together already, but he spent the night with his best man, and I spent it with the bridal party!
Let's go. Woo woo.
Our wedding was Saturday, and we had the venue for 5 hours between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. So the bridal party and I got up early, picked up the flowers and a few other things, and went to the venue to get ready in the bridal suite. My husband and the best man had a couple of stops that morning as well, including picking his daughter up from her mom and picking up his mom. I was normal wedding day nervous, getting ready, hair and makeup. We had a budget event, so me and the bridesmaids all made ourselves up without a makeup artist or hairstylist. My mother made desserts for us, baklava and mini cannoli. We had just a small cake for husband and me to cut. My mom was in and out of the bridal suite. My daughter was a bridesmaid, and my stepdaughter was our flower girl.
Cute.
Lovely. We had paid for an open bar to a certain limit, and then the plan was to switch to a cash bar. I was ready. It was time. The venue planner came in and told me we were delayed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
But I see you in the chat. I know what's coming.
We were waiting on the best man. Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's all the information I got. I knew where he was. He was across the street picking up my mother-in-law. Oh no!
Hey.
We waited. I was singing out anxiety and people were milling around and I was practicing breathing and my bridesmaids were practicing keeping me calm. And we waited. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes go by. At that point, I would just have the wedding. I'd be like, they're not coming, I'm just doing it. Nope, no best friend.
I'm calling it.
It's like,
Okay.
I know your lines.
Really
so-
quick, I dispatched the bridesmaid to the groom suite to get more information. Pausing really quick. It's a hypothetical scenario where, Riley, you're a best man. You're a best man for your best friend's wedding. You find out, you go to pick up his mom, she's... Do you tell him?
Yeah!
Or
Of course you tell him! Or do you weaken at Bernie's?
no. Or do you say, hey, can't make it, your mom's asleep?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she's
Oh, there's so much
eternally-
stress.
Go on
Yeah.
and then say, go on without us. We'll be there after. And then after the wedding you say, sorry, your mom's.
I
If
think
it
you
was
just-
like they were in the middle of
Yeah.
their vows, I'd probably wait.
Yeah.
But
right?
if, like,
Well, sure.
they haven't even started the
They haven't
walk
started.
down,
They haven't
then
walked
I'm
down.
probably gonna be like, all right,
Yeah.
your mom.
Yeah.
That's what I
I
would
think
do.
you gotta hit him with the your mom.
Mom
I'd be so
Yeah.
mad if you told us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The venue opened the bar for guests and comped it. They came back after a bit and told me that mother-in-law had a medical emergency and the best man was delayed waiting on an ambulance, but he would be along shortly. 20 minutes later, and an hour after the wedding was supposed to start, I walked down the aisle with my best friend to give me away. Husband and I had planned to have our moms walk down first and do a little candle thing, but since his mother was indisposed,
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
my mother walked with the wife of a groomsman.
Oh no.
My husband was red-faced and teary when I walked to him. He cries at movies, so I wasn't shocked. He definitely had some whiskey while we waited, but that was the perk of the venue. And he's a big guy. And he was in the Navy. We forgot to exchange rings at the altar, and the live feed to our guests who couldn't attend due to the vid had some confusion about it. At the reception, which was shortened because of the delay, I went to each table and thanked them for coming and for their patience with the delay, and that mother-in-law was being cared for and we had hoped she would make a full recovery. Husband also went around to each table a little behind to convey his sentiments in person. Husband had more than a whiskey or two. Our first dance was everything I hoped it wouldn't be. What?
Oh.
Oh!
No, what? That's
Okay.
not so strong.
He kept dipping me. He has spinal injury. I have scoliosis. I have made it clear that dipping was off the table.
Yeah,
but
but-
he was very emotional and dreamy and whiskey. There were some speeches, and my maid of honor gave a particularly emotional and meandering speech. And everyone was just so emotional. Even my mother, who was generally about as emotive as an alley cat, was a little glassy-eyed and sniffling. Cast my mother as a cross between Fran Drescher and Yzma. One of the groomsmen drove us to a hotel room for the evening. When we got to the bridal suite, my husband told me what his mother had actually done to delay our wedding. She passed away.
Oh my gosh.
Oh!
So he knew.
He knew.
He knew,
So
that's why
he
he
knew.
was so sobby.
So he
And
said,
so
like,
whiskey.
he was basically
And so
saying,
whiskey.
like, a medical emergency, but
Yes,
he knew.
but he knew the whole time.
I mean, it is,
Oh,
I guess
man.
it's,
it is a medical emergency.
it's not, well, it's no longer an emergency when they die.
That's true.
It's,
It's just medical problems.
it's not a problem.
Yeah.
There's nothing
It's just,
to
it's,
It's
you can't
just,
do anything
it's a
about
medical
it.
fact.
I guess.
Best man and husband were running a bit behind schedule on the way to the venue, so best man dropped husband off to get ready, then went to get mother-in-law from the hotel. It was across a busy road, and there was a cluster of hotels together, creating a long bank of parking lots that would be too long a distance for mother-in-law to walk. Best man knocked several times with no answer. He called with no answer. He called husband for an idea of what to do, and husband had the hotel open the room for best man. The combination of persistent balance issues, an unfamiliar setting, and maybe a little altitude sickness, drink your water when you visit high altitude, had resulted in a fall.
She got altitude sickness for traveling for the wedding and then fell because of that.
Oh,
That
that's
is-
devastating.
So,
Oh my
like,
gosh.
your wedding killed her.
Oh,
Pretty
You
much.
guys killed her.
That's so
That
sad.
sucks.
Gosh.
That's rough. She hit her head on the coffee table and had an aneurysm in the night. Best man was delayed waiting for the county coroner because she had been an out-of-state person who passed away by misadventure in a hotel room. My husband knew. The whole groom's party knew, and they were bringing him drinks as he coped.
Oh.
The venue planners knew and asked what to do, and he decided that we were getting married that day, and no one could tell me about the delay. I mean, what a guy.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah.
I should have
Wow.
suspected when they comped an open bar. The bridesmaids found out when I sent them to ask about the delay. My daughter told my mother, who promptly knocked a flute of champagne into a tray of baklava and nearly collapsed under the weight of the drama.
Oh.
Everyone to a soul was forbidden to tell me what had happened. At one point, my mother almost gave it away. In the bridal suite, when I asked if it was bad luck for your mother-in-law to pass away on your wedding day, after I had been told about a medical emergency.
Yeah.
She looked at me wide-eyed and said, "They told you?" And I said, "What? No, did they tell you?" And she covered it up.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I went around to every table at the reception, and right behind me, my husband went to each table, because half our guests were read into what had happened, to tell them to keep it quiet for the time being. He went through the whole wedding, stood and did the vows, danced, and kept it all secret until the evening.
Wow.
By the way, it's not a secret that you can listen to full episode stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime.
Gosh. Yikes, dude.
Ay,
Yeah.
ay, ay. That's tough.
That is tough. Well, so, all right, like, question for you guys.
Yeah.
Would you, as the bride, want to know that your husband's mother has passed away? Or would you want to be kept in the dark to preserve the wedding day?
Or would you want a weekend at Bernie? I think I would wait.
Yeah, maybe waiting, because I mean,
I'm not waiting.
If I was the bride, I would just mostly be worried about the soon-to-be husband. You know?
Yeah.
So like, if
Yeah,
he
if
was
he's
okay,
able to do it,
if
yeah.
he wanted to just move on and like go on with the wedding, then I would do that. But you know, I wouldn't want him to like try to spare my feelings, I guess.
Afterward, my friends and family, my bridesmaids, my daughter, and my mother all apologized for the lying, but they all thought it was his decision to get married that day. I think my mother put it best when she said of his decision, "Don't be frustrated about it. He saved you. He saved you from having to make a lose-lose choice that would make you the bridezilla in either event. You would have either had to decide to cancel and reschedule everything, or you would have had to be the one who decided to get married the day your mother-in-law passed away."
Yeah.
5 years on, it's this dark comedy that lives in my head. A stage play or a movie script waiting to be written. But if husband and I ever renew our vows, we're eloping to a beach. My advice for anyone sweating wedding dramas is to laugh off the small stuff. It's probably not life or
Wow.
Well, at least she'd be okay with us making jokes about it.
Yeah! Thank God. Thank goodness we found that out now.
Yeah, at the very end.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law dislikes me, and I can't stand her.
Well,
Get rid of her.
tit for tat.
When my sister-in-law, female 29, married into the family, I, female 23, was really excited because I have no sisters and really wanted the cute BFF vibe that's romanticized in TV with her. So I was super nice to her. I would make every effort to strike up combos, do stuff together, get advice. She graduated as a doctor of dentistry from our home country before moving, so I'd bring my bio tests home from high school and ask her for help clarifying topics. I really looked up to her. I was about 16 at that point.
Yeah.
By the way, this comes from a throwaway 678905432 on the r/charlottedobreyoutube subreddit. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK storytime subreddit. So, she, on the other hand, was really distant. She wouldn't really be interested in holding a conversation for too long unless it came to explaining something related to her education. I thought maybe it was just because she was shy or not comfortable yet, so it made me want to try harder and welcome her. I distinctly remember celebrating her birthday with all the bells and whistles. I set it up all by myself.
Cute.
She loved it. Then when it came to my birthday, she didn't do anything.
Oh.
To be honest, I didn't really expect her to because I didn't do those things expecting anything in return. But not only did she not do anything, when my dad bought my favorite cake for me, as I was cutting into it, she made a remark that just completely threw me off. She said, "Aren't you a little too old for all of this?" in a really judgmental tone while giving me the what the heck face. She has done the same thing on all my birthdays since, and now I just kind of expect it each year. It puts a damper on my happiness each year. I live with my parents because they are great and I like to. I will probably live with my parents till I get married and they're happy to have me. And I can't do anything about it because she lives with us too. It's a tradition thing, but she did have the choice to live separately when she got married. She chose to live together because she also lived jointly with extended family growing up, so it was more ideal to her. My brother supports his own family in all regards though, including rent. I didn't grow up that way. She has berated me multiple times about my preference of living separately from any of my future in-laws. Whenever I want to celebrate an achievement of mine, she will say, "Look how proud she is of herself. She's such a glutton and greedy."
What? Who is this lady? Who is this?
When she only talks about her own dentist
Yeah.
career, like,
Oh my
what?
Yeah.
That's
She
crazy.
sounds like a nightmare.
I didn't really care when she would just say those things to me because I'd just zone it out. But now she has 2 kids under 6 and I love them to bits. And she says those things in front of them, sometimes even to them. The result is that sometimes her eldest now feels comfortable saying those things to me. Oh my gosh.
Ew.
She obviously doesn't know what she is saying, but also she doesn't know it's rude to say it.
The mom should be doing that.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
When the kid says those things about my sister-in-law is shocked and reprimands her. Recently, I left the house wearing my dad's old button-down. It's a nice baggy fit, and best of all, it's my dad's. My niece comes up to me and says, "Why are you wearing a boy's shirt?" And And I laugh and tell her, because I love my dad so much, just like you. She kind of just scrunches her nose. She goes to the kitchen and asks her mom again, and her mom tells her, yeah, what can I do? And she sighs, you should tell your aunt to stop wearing boys' clothes. Oh my
Maybe
God.
you should tell your mom to mind her own business.
Yeah, what? She also gets her kids involved in these petty social games a lot. The irony is my sister-in-law likes wearing my brother's clothes a lot too. Not that I think there's anything wrong with that, but it just doesn't sit right with her logic. Another instance is when I was in the living room one day. She called to me and said something. I didn't hear her because she was kind of far away and it's a big house. I walked towards her to ask what she was saying, and she turns to her daughter and says, looks like I'm like pins and needles to your aunt these days, huh?
Dude. Oh my
What?
goodness. I feel like literally every time OP talks to her, she's like, oh my God, and she's saying this now.
Yeah,
Like,
what?
I wonder why she's saying all of that. Like, is there like some kind of jealousy going on?
Dude.
Like, what?
Probably.
So weird.
I had a cat that I absolutely loved, and when he ran away, my sister-in-law's comforting words while I was bawling my eyes out looking for him nonstop, going nights without sleep, days without food, grieving, her words were, he was just a cat. He was going to pass away anyways. Get over it. This is so silly. That truly snapped any relationship I had with her, and since then, I've been super numb to her altogether. I don't tell her about the good things, the bad things, anything really, because I know she's not deserving of knowing what goes on in my life. And I'm done nurturing a relationship that she clearly doesn't want with me. I have never been cold to her children though, and still make time to do fun activities together.
But her children are also like turned against OP. Like
Yeah.
her children are like
That's just
making
so
fun.
frustrating.
Turn them against me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have never really spoken about feelings, a sister with only brothers thing, so I don't go into stuff about sister-in-law with my brother. I also don't want to put him in a tight spot because I know he has his own issues. For example, the kids aren't super respectful of him, sometimes hitting him or calling him annoying, etc. And more so respect their mom the most out of everyone else.
That's
Why?
I wonder if the mom is like crap talking the
probably
like
The husband?
yeah.
I think, yeah.
I mean,
That
if
sounds-
she's this comfortable crap talking OP in front of her kids and in front
Yeah.
of OP,
Oh yeah.
then I bet she's doing it to the husband.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, she sounds just a very undelightful woman.
Yeah.
Did no one.
Oh my goodness. So I know he has his own issues with her, but he tries to make everything work for his family because despite how she is to my family, she is good to the kids. I don't believe that. Over the years, I've realized a sort of pattern. Everything that has to do with me irks sister-in-law deeply. She creates fuss over simple things if it's coming from me or my mom about me. She has no filter sometimes. Sorry. I like a movie. It's a stupid movie to her. I like a specific food. She'll say, yuck, what the heck do you eat all day? I could never. I get a new dress. She says, are you sure that's going to fit you? Because I don't think so. Wouldn't an extra large be better?
Oh my
Damn.
god.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Mind you, I am a true M. If I try to explain to her that I am a medium, she will say, well, I'm a medium and you're obviously way bigger than me. I have large front airbags, a butt, and am tall, so when I wear baggy clothes, my silhouette doesn't show. She even tries to repeatedly donate clothes that are too big on my brother, who is way bigger than me, to me, because they will fit just right. Oh my gosh. I don't know where all this toxicity is coming from. I can't remember doing anything bad to her. Fast forward to now. For a bit of context, my sister-in-law tried writing her dentistry licensing exam once she moved here 2 times, but she scored just under passing for both of them.
Get wrecked.
Your
Get
whole life is about
wrecked.
dentistry. You're not even good at it.
Yeah.
She then had kids and decided to stay at home full-time to care for them. We still give her the respect of being a doctor though, because she's proud of it and is planning on writing her exams again. So whenever anyone had a question about anything health-related, she will try to answer it. I used to try because I also have health-related degree, but she never liked that and would always try to one-up me, so to keep the peace, I just let her have her 5 minutes unless a question is specifically directed to me, which she also can't stand and always finds a way to butt in and correct me, which is usually just her misunderstanding what I'm saying, repeating the same thing I was saying, or correcting my simplified semantics. Anyway, I recently got into my dream medical school with a single-digit acceptance rate after years of
Whoa,
trying. Oh my
alright.
gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. I actually kept the fact that I was applying this cycle a secret from friends and family because I hate seeing people disappointed. The day of my interview, no one knew except my mom, who caught me prepping for it one day. After it was done, my sister-in-law saw me taking my makeup off and asked me what I was doing. I told her nothing. She then keeps staring at me through my door, and while shaking her head slowly, she says, "No, don't lie to me. You had an interview today, didn't you?" I don't say anything because what the heck? I don't want to tell her. She keeps staring at my poker face, and she walks away, says, "That's what I thought."
What are you talking
This
about?
woman is in 6th grade. Oh
Literally,
my goodness.
I'm telling my mom.
And what? She's 29.
Yeah.
Yeah. 29?
Oh my gosh. Well, yesterday I was picking up the dress I wanted to wear for my admission ceremony just to make sure that the entire fit was working together. While sister-in-law was doing some laundry, she sees me in the dress and asks me about when my white coat ceremony is and what it'll consist of. My mom is also present, so she responds that it won't be a white coat ceremony, but a ceremony with another medical symbol. For context, my school believes the white coat can be a symbol of elitism that separates patients from doctors. I love the reasoning, to be honest, and so does my mom. So my mom was really excitedly explaining this to my sister-in-law. Right then, my sister-in-law turns the top part of her body around, eyes wide open, lips pursed, and says really loudly, as if trying to prevent anyone from being able to speak at the same time, Wait, what? They think that that's elitism? No, that's so stupid. It makes no sense. A doctor is better than the patient. They can't even wear a white coat to differentiate themselves. People are so sensitive these days. She went on mumbling about how stupid the whole thing was for a few minutes, but that by that point, my jaw was on the floor. I had no idea my mom's passing excitement would trigger such a big reaction from her. This is not the first time this has happened. Respect for elders is extremely valued in our culture. I couldn't even look my mom in the eyes if I said something like that to her face. And kids are usually more unforgiving. I just can't fathom when she lashes out like that at my parents. Side note, she has a very strong idea about how mothers and old women should be. She has on multiple occasions berated my working mom about her preference to work after having kids. Girl, the only reason you're not working is you failed your freaking medical exam. That's crazy. That's crazy. The sister-in-law would talk about how she should stay home because that's a woman's place.
Oh.
Wait, but didn't you like pursue a career
Yeah.
in dentistry?
Yeah, if that's your place, then
dentistry.
stop talking about being a doctor then.
Well,
You don't
maybe
want to be
she
a doctor.
doesn't think she can become a doctor anymore. Maybe
Yeah,
she's
she's
giving
like,
up.
well, I failed,
Yeah.
so that's because
Yeah.
I'm a woman.
Definitely sounds like she did. I truly hold women who find happiness in being home full-time in very high esteem, but I know my mom also loves her job, so it just burns me up to see my sister-in-law putting her down like that. She also tells my mom that she shouldn't wear flashy colors or dye her hair because that's not how you age elegantly. Yeah, that's stupid. My mom just dyed her hair purple yesterday.
Heck
so.
yeah.
Bro, I wonder where
Shout
she got
out.
that idea.
Also, like,
I did help her. Meanwhile, she is also a mom, and yet she still wears flashy colors, all the flashy jewelry and makeup in the world, dyes her hair, and has big dreams for her career.
It's just that I can do it and you can't.
Yeah,
You can't do that. I can only do it.
Dude. I'm also the type to not say too much in the moment because I don't want to risk being disrespectful and regretting it later. I usually overlook and forgive to smooth things over, especially with my sister-in-law because I just know there is no winning with her because she can argue for days just to make herself feel good. However, that approach was also not getting her to clock how disrespectful she can be though. So I got fed up and said, "Whoa, I'm sorry we told you that. I didn't know you would get this upset. If you'd like, I can send you the link to the school website that explains why white coats are not worn, and maybe you can email the school about your grievances if you feel that deeply about it."
Oh,
Here we
get
go.
wrecked, send
Yeah.
an email.
yeah, give us a
nerd.
strongly worded email.
She responded, "Haha, don't try to run away from the argument so quickly."
What argument?
And in my head, I'm wondering, what argument? Like, my mom was just sharing a simple fact. We were happy. It was a wholesome moment. Who intended to start an argument? And I know that you guys should intend to look at more full stories with episodes just like this one on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever your favorite podcast app is. Just search OK Storytime.
Woot.
We've got more to this story, but this woman.
And it sucks because OP can't even get away because they all live together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also wonder why the parents are like, standing by and being like, I guess all of this verbal is okay. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
like I would kick this girl out.
At this point, my mom intervened, and sister-in-law was going at my mom, and to be honest, my head started to hurt. I just wanted to break it up. So I pulled out my phone, read the explanation of why white coats are not used as symbolism, and sister-in-law went silent. Then went to her room and slammed the door shut. At least there was peace now. I feel dumb even explaining this whole argument to you guys because what the heck? Is this even real? Are we actually adults? Honestly, I'm so exhausted. I hate having to think about how sad she makes me for prolonged periods of time. It ruins my entire day. I also don't have the social politics skills to verbally slap someone in the face with sweet words.
Aww.
I hate that my niece and nephew might grow up believing that I have bad intentions towards them because of the way that my sister-in-law speaks about me to them. I don't know what to do. My brother recently got a job in another state, so he's moving his family there in a few months. He is pretty hesitant about leaving my parents, though, because my sister-in-law is a bit dependent on us for childcare and is sometimes absent-minded. So they might come back permanently. Any advice? And that's the end of that story.